I am still alive. Yes, my friend. There is a great deal of dying here in the New World. Well, they say that 6 die for every one that lives. Take off. You see, I have lived here now some 17 years. Oh, well, in fact, I was an original settler here in Jamestown. So it is true. I have seen my share of dying. I've also learned a few things about living in Jamestown. Now, if you two get it more, you'll pay heed to my simple rules of survival. The weather here is not always paradise. You will soon discover that the season of summer in itself can be rather brutal. Now, day and night without mercy. But I must go. And as a planter, I do somewhat easier now that you are all finally here. Sure that you know how to plant corn and have brought much.
Here's the map. We're going on a walking tour along with everybody. Back of the pack.
Called Virginia doth have her thorns. Thorns in the shape of salt marshes and creeks, which are thrice worse than you'll find back in Essex. The rapid fly of 40 miles. Those barrels of beer that could have killed off the colony. Most of the time, standing wanders in the woods settings are another problem thorn we have here in Jamestown. And those little demons manage to take their share of our corn supply each year. But they are quite kind enough to pay us with foul fever and sickness. They might say there is the Indian English that should be up and down to stay the race. When we first had encountered them, why, they attacked us. It was a small shore party, scouting a location for the fort back at Cape Henry. Well, no one was hurt, quite bad from threats in life, but for that encounter, we started would be wide and long. My friends, in searching for a location for the fort, we had to find a spot that would be in good strategy. Being that an attack from Spain was always possible. Well, when we came across this land, which is now Jamestown, it was decided to build. Constructed the means that would provide us the best defense. I might as well tell you all right now. We understand the fort was just under construction. And then, late one night, we were all invited to meet the werewolf. Werewolf, the Indian word for king. Messages from her father. Why, Pocahontas would even come to Jamestown if her father was a bit upset with us. Bringing us food, saving us from hunger. But as the years went on, of course, we saw less and less of Pocahontas. That is until 1613. Why, Captain Samuel Argyle kidnapped her, holding her for ransom, in which her father would not pay in full. It was during this comfortable captivity, I might add, that Pocahontas met John Ross. Surely I knew the name must ring a bell to you tobacco growers. But John Ross was the man who made Virginia tobacco what it is today. Tobacco seeds from Trinidad. Planted them into Virginia soil. To make a long story short, they in turn produced the sweet tobacco taste, which is the envy of Europe, if not the world. Well, I'm sure you would agree. Well, it was also during this captivity that Pocahontas converted to Christianity and chose the name Rebecca under baptism. She then married John. Yes, it was April 5th, 1614, a day I remember because that marriage brought peace and a spirit of goodwill between the Indians and the English once again. You see, my friends, all this talk of marriage simply leads me now to my third rule of survival. Which is a simple one, I grant you, which is as important as all the rest. Well, if ye wish to thrive here in the New World...
1608. Jamestown, Virginia. The banks of Jamestown. Fort would have been right out there. Earthworks made by the Confederates in 1861. Where they placed guns along here to stop the shifting of the Union up the James River. Looking back there, that's where the new town and the settlement expanded from the fort. Two crosses and monuments.
Jamestown Fort. Outside the town. The cannon, people working. People trails.
Did they just find this?
Gate.
They find this?
Keys. That is the Jamestown Fort. From end to end. You get a good look at the cannons on the end. Walk up there, and there's the cannons. Some numbers. Once again, it's Jamestown Fort. Was one of the first ships to settle Jamestown. This little one called Discovery was only 39 feet long. And then down over here, the Godspeed just went this one big, right? And it was 50 feet and weighed 40 tons. Those are the three ships that settled.
Here we have some rebuilt models of the ships that carried the people to Jamestown. 144 were the original group that came over, and 104 of those stayed, or 100, something to that nature, and only 50 of those survived the first winter and the starving time. The ships were 40, 60, and 80 feet long, I believe, each one.
Well, Frederick's